set it.
It's on desktop.
So I've been using this one. It's does that ring a bell to you? I think I was using this one, and that's where we had trouble.
Okay.
And so then we just unplugged something.
Okay.
So sometimes I come in here and just reset it, but I'm not sure which one's the right.
My guess is you're wanting that. They're both US.
Like I run this through this YouTube and set it up, but I don't do the wires. Mitch does the wires. He's at a track meet, so do whatever you think. I'm just gonna put another video on.
I'm gonna try this pulling up. You said you have it on right now, right?
Yeah, it's on right now, and I don't know if it's recording me and you. Let me go look. Or not, it might be. I can stop it. Maybe it's just too.
It's still picking up a lot of extra noise.
Like a buzzing almost.
Yeah.
The only thing we did plug in your guy, that's the only thing different, but that didn't go anywhere. Oh yeah, it did.
Yes, yeah,
Went
it's
to your
going over
device.
there, and I've unplugged that, so we can actually. Is there sound now, or is that just us talking? Hello?
I don't get anything. No.
So I think that's the mic off of his desktop.
Because the desktop audio
That's kind of the same thing we're seeing here as I'm talking. I think that's the mic off of his desktop.
is the desktop audio. Yeah, last time the
Aber
Join us Friday and Saturday nights, May 10th and 11th at 7 o'clock p.m. for the comedic performance of What Happened After Once Upon a Time.
What Happened After Once Upon a Time by Alexi Alfieri. This delightful comedic retelling of all your favorite fairy tales. Enjoy a family night out on May 10th and Saturday, May 11th at 7 p.m. in the Savford Auxiliary Gym. Tickets are now $5 per person. Don't miss.
See what happened after once upon a time.
Directed by Emily Barton, lighting and design by Sedona Larson, props by Pamela Larson, and tech crew behind the scenes Ava Hansen and Jenica Hopkins. $5 to view the broadcast live on our YouTube channel, Sanford Events. Tickets and viewing rights can be purchased at the following website. Enjoy the show.
Michaela.
Yeah.
And like within minutes after figuring out what happened, they were like, these are different. Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. This is What Happened After Once Upon a Time by the Sanford Drama Club. We are so excited to share the show with you. These kids have been working on this for well over 6 weeks now. We have prepared and prepared. What I need from you guys is to laugh when you hear something that you enjoy, to clap when you see something that you like, and I also will need to ask everyone to turn their cell phones off, as they do interfere with our microphones if they go off at any point, as well as disrupt your neighbors if you forgot to silence them anyway. So if you could please turn them off so that we don't have any interference with our microphones. Also, if you care to donate so that we can continue this program every year, we do this every spring as the Drama Club. We've done 3 musicals now, and this is our first straight play that we're trying out. So again, if you like what you see and you'd like us to continue, we appreciate any donations on our Success Fund link. You can find that on Facebook. We can post it on the school's website so that people know where to go. Again, we are so grateful that you're here. Let's practice that round of applause for these kids that have worked so hard. Perfect. And without further ado, this is What Happened After Once Upon a Time.
Oh, hello. Does anyone know where I should... Oh, this must be the spot. I'm so sorry. You'll have to excuse my confusion. They just called me in a few hours ago as the substitute storyteller. Something about the last one quitting out of the blue. Very mysterious, if you ask me. Now, let's see. They told me I'd find my stories around here somewhere. Oh, here they are. Ooh. Fairy tales, my favorite. You know, when I was younger, whenever I heard this phrase, once upon a time, it would send shivers straight through me. And here I am, saying it to you. So you must be just as excited as I was. So let's begin, shall we? With Cinderella. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had 2 stepsisters who were very unkind to her. They made her do all the work. Cinderella had to sweep the floors, wash the dishes, and do the laundry, all while her stepsisters relaxed on the sofa or went to grand parties.
Hold on. I don't understand why everybody thinks I was forced to do housework. I love to clean. It's absolutely invigorating. Just the thought of things being organized and cleaned up just melts my stress away.
Excuse me, are you Cinderella?
Of course. Can't you tell by my monogrammed mop bucket?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I guess I should have spotted that.
First day on the job?
Yes, and I'll have to admit, I'm a little confused. Did you say you like to clean?
That's right. And first I'm going to start with this floor. It's filthy, but feel free to continue on with the story.
Well, all right. Now, one day, a special invitation from the royal palace came in the mail. Cinderella and her 2 stepsisters were invited to celebrate the birthday of the prince. He was the most handsome fellow in all the land.
He isn't much to look at if you ask me. His hair's untidy, he always has dirt under his fingernails, and I know for a fact he never makes his bed. The royal maids told me so.
But he's a prince. He shouldn't have to make his own bed.
Well, maybe if he wasn't acting like Prince Charming or something, he would actually be able to fold his underwear properly and put them away. I hear he leaves them draped all over the place.
Really?
Oh, yes, and you want to know what else?
What's that?
I don't care to step one big toe into that royal palace. The floors are only polished once a year, the mantelpieces are dusted once a month, and the kitchen ovens are a blackened mess. And, hey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to look for a new fairy tale because this one does not seem very accurate.
I agree with you there, but wait, you're making a mess. These books need to stay in order. You should keep them in order by size or alphabetically. Ooh, or maybe by the colors of their spine.
I think we're getting a little off track here.
I agree with you there. You keep reading and I'll just tidy up.
Well, all right. I'll give this another try.
Absolutely. Go on. Go on.
So, Cinderella's two stepsisters went off to the ball and left Cinderella to scrub the bathroom, which was her favorite thing to do. No sooner had she begun to polish the potty than her fairy godmother appeared. She gave Cinderella a beautiful gown
that desperately needed to be dry cleaned.
And a carriage
that had the grimiest wheels you ever saw.
And told her she mustn't stay past midnight at the ball.
Which I never wanted to go in the first place.
Okay, all right, this really isn't working out. Maybe I should really move on to another fairy tale.
Oh, no, you don't. Not until I had a chance to tackle this wall. Just look at it. It's been vandalized.
Actually, some people consider graffiti to be its own unique form of art.
Well, I would consider those people absolute slobs because I would never consider this anything but a complete mess.
Well, I don't want to spend any time arguing with you. How about I move on to another story and you feel free to go and...
Organize my spice rack?
Yes, that sounds like a great idea.
So I can count on you getting everything cleaned up when you're done?
Absolutely.
Okay then, good luck with this new storyteller job and all. Hey, shall I leave my Mr. Clean Magic eraser with you?
Thank you, but I don't think I'll be needing it.
Okay, I'm off then. Ooh, maybe you'll have time to clean my tub with a toothbrush.
Well now, I never expected Cinderella to be such a clean freak. I guess I shouldn't make too many assumptions about the stars of these fairy tales, though. Let's move on, how about? Once upon a time. Oh, I still do love the sound of that. There was an evil enchantress who had a beautiful daughter named Rapunzel.
Hold on right there, Miss Storyteller, because I know the perfect person to play the role of the evil enchantress. My ex-friend, Rachel. That's right, my ex-friend. Can you believe it? She calls me up the other day and tells me she's asked out Prince Frederick, who she knows I've had a crush on since our first day at the Royal Academy.
Rapunzel?
Duh.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your ex-friend, but would you have any corrections to make so far? Anything amiss?
No.
Oh, good. May I continue then?
I guess.
Unable to have children, the evil enchantress had taken Rapunzel from a poor old couple when she was just a baby.
Well, that sounds about right. I could totally see Rachel doing something like that.
And Rapunzel grew into a beautiful young woman.
So far, you're reading it perfectly.
Since Rapunzel was so attractive, the evil enchantress locked her away at the top of the tower with no stairs or door to make sure that no prince could come and steal her away.
Ugh, I hate this part. I'm stuck up there in that stinky old tower and no one's returning my calls. And it's just so boring. By the way, when is lunch? I was told this was going to be catered and I'm famished.
Well, I hadn't heard anything about a lunch break.
Aren't you in charge around here?
Not really. I was just called in a couple of hours ago as a substitute storyteller.
So you have no real authority then?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I'm doing the narrating.
Let me talk to your boss.
I'm not sure who that would be.
I want to speak with the one who makes the important decisions around here, the one who does the hiring and the firing.
Oh, Rapunzel, please, you don't have to do that. If I've offended you somehow, I'm sorry. It's my first day on the job, and
Fine. Continue with my story.
Yes, of course. But at the top of the tower, there's a tiny window where the extremely beautiful and multi-talented princess could look over the countryside.
That's the one thing the real estate agent was right about. It did have a lovely view.
When the evil enchantress wanted to check on Rapunzel at the top of the tower, she would cry, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair."
And can you believe that? They actually slipped that clause into my contract that I had to let someone climb my hair. I can't imagine why I couldn't have had a hair double or something. The things I do for this business.
That's terrible.
Well, go on.
So Rapunzel let her long hair down for the evil enchantress to climb up, and...
Let me just summarize this next part for you.
Oh, all right.
Well, first of all, I'll have you know, it was just a couple of days, and then I was so sick of having to repeat that scene where my hair is getting ripped out of my scalp that I walked off set. I mean, really, if they expect me to just stand around for that sort of torture, they better be prepared to offer me a much bigger share of the royalties.
Of course.
And then they hired this little pipsqueak to play the role of the prince, who's supposed to be riding through the forest and then stopping at the tower when he hears me singing. Well, the wimp can't even stay on his horse. He keeps falling off, and we have to keep restarting the scene. You can't imagine what that did to my singing voice.
That's awful.
And then, when he finally gets to the top of the tower, tearing my hair out in the process, mind you, he starts to speak, causing me to about keel over.
What was the matter?
Let's just say the guy really needed some Tic Tacs.
No.
Yes, and they expected me to kiss him.
No.
Yes, and when I refused to pucker up, this pathetic excuse for a prince just sat at the bottom of my tower for the next 3 days, just waiting for me to change my mind. My word, it felt like he was stalking me.
Well, that's quite the story.
And that's the end.
That's the end.
Duh.
We're done.
Yes, I'd say our business is finished here. I need some time to call Rachel back and give her a piece of my mind. But I'll tell you what, I'll have my people call your people and we'll do lunch. Ta-ta!
Oh, brother. Who knew that working with fairy tale superstars would be so challenging? Maybe it would help if I tried a story with a much larger cast and no divas. Here's one. The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there was an old mother pig who had 3 little pigs. Since she couldn't afford to keep them all at home, she sent them off to seek their fortunes. The first little pig set off and met a man with a bundle of straw.
Oh boy, I keep telling them I'm allergic to straw.
Really? You have hay fever?
Definitely. If I get even within a mile of a stalk of straw, my eyes get itchy, I start to sneeze, and I can't even breathe.
That bad, huh?
Yep, but that's the breaks. You can keep reading. I'm pretty sure about my antihistamines with me today.
Okay, I'll try to read this next part real quickly. So, the first little pig asked for some straw to build a house. So the man gave the first little pig some straw.
Achoo!
And the first little pig built a house. Presently, a wolf came along, knocked on the door, and said,
little pig, let me come in."
To which the pig replied,
"Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." Hey, what is a chinny chin chin anyway? Could it be a symptom of a serious disease? Because with my weakened immune system, I can't afford to catch anything.
"Why, my dear fellow, I never even considered what a chinny chin chin might be, but I do know that all this huffing and puffing is taking a dreadful toll on my asthma.
Really? I didn't know you had asthma, and you still wanted to be cast as the big bad wolf?
It's the role I was born to play. I'm willing to suffer for my art.
May I continue?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, yes, certainly.
So the wolf huffed and he puffed. And he blew the house down.
Sorry, old chum.
Don't worry about it. At least I'll be put out of my misery.
I guess we better move on to the second little pig.
The show must go on.
The second little pig was busy building a house of sticks.
Please tell me why I'm always stuck working with the heaviest props. My back is killing me.
And when she needed more sticks, she asked the stick merchant,
Please give me the lightest sticks out of the pile so I can build a house.
I don't think that's what it says here.
I'm ad-libbing. I'm not spending another $300 at the chiropractor this month.
Okay, I suppose that detail won't matter so much to the story. Then along came a wolf who said,
Little pig, let me come in.
To which the pig replied,
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Not unless you're willing to come in and help me lift these heavy sticks into place.
Hey, that's not what's written here. That would definitely change the story if you invited the wolf in.
Okay. Let him huff and puff and blow the house down so I can go lie down on a heating pad.
Well, you could just go. The wolf's asthma's taking the huff out of his puff anyways.
Thanks. I feel another spasm coming on.
Cheerio, good fellow, just as well. My cholesterol count's up, and my doctor tells me I need to cut down on the bacon.
I see. I still have to read about the third little pig, though.
Yes, fine.
So, the third little pig went off to seek her fortune and met a man with a pile of bricks. She asked the man if she could use them to build a house.
I can't possibly build anything right now. I'm so depressed.
Oh, my.
I can't sleep. I can't eat. I'm certainly not going to tackle some large-scale creative project. Besides, my therapy session starts in 15 minutes.
What do we do now?
Well, it's quite simple, good storyteller. The pig and I will just take our bows.
I suppose that's all we can do at this point.
Thank you. You've been a wonderful audience. I wouldn't be surprised if this performance of my nominations for the Tony.
Well, we'll see. Whew. Maybe that story should be called The Three Hypochondriacs and the Big Bad Actor. Oh, never mind. Let's move on, shall we? Oh, hello. Whoa. We're gonna ignore that. Let's try Hansel and Gretel now, shall we? Once upon a time, in the deep, dark forest.
Stay behind me, Gretel. I'll protect you.
Hansel, you do realize there aren't any dangerous animals in this forest, right?
Wrong, sis. I've seen more than a few chipmunks that look like they mean business.
I just can't believe you brought a spear. Of all things!
That and an extra pair of socks. Everything a real man needs.
I see. No survival kit, no flashlight, no food.
Of course not. I thought you were bringing that stuff. What's in your purse?
Just the essentials.
Which are?
Well, my wallet, my car keys, lip gloss, a tube of mascara, tissues, my cell phone, even though there's no coverage here.
How in the world did you fit all of that in there and not manage to bring any food?
Oh, I see. So the girl is supposed to take care of the food, right?
Oh, you know I don't mean it like that. I'm just starving.
You're always hungry, but you're in luck. I may have a pack of peanuts in here somewhere.
Ooh, that'd be awesome. Got any beef jerky? How about that? Or some cheese puffs?
Excuse me?
Yes?
Yes?
Aren't you supposed to be looking for a house made completely out of candy in the middle of the forest?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
So, shall I read the story?
Yeah, I'm dying for something to eat here.
Oh, you're not dying, Hansel. We just left the house like 3 minutes ago.
Exactly. A guy's gotta keep up his strength.
Oh, give me a break.
Hey, you're not hungry because you pigged out on strawberry flapjacks this morning.
I'll have you know, those were multi-grain pancakes topped with a light and delicious berry compote. They were healthy.
And the whipped cream?
A girl's gotta live.
Excuse me.
Yes.
The candy house, the witch, the bread trail leading out of the forest. Shouldn't we really be getting on with the story?
Yes, go on.
What was that?
What? Where?
I thought I saw something.
Something?
Yes, something big and hairy.
Big and hairy?
Yes. I should go investigate.
Don't leave me. All I have is a pair of tweezers to defend myself.
Oh, so now who wishes they had a spear?
Just remember, I have our food supply.
I would hardly qualify one measly bag of peanuts as a food supply.
Hey, they're gonna taste a whole lot better than the pair of socks you brought.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Are you even going to look for the candy house, or shall I just move on to a different fairy tale?
Hey, I'd be happy to start gnawing on some walls made entirely out of gingerbread, but I can't ever seem to find that darn place.
That's because you're never willing to stop and ask for directions.
And just who am I going to ask in the deep, dark forest?
You could ask me. And when I was visiting the witch the other day...
Hold on. You've been having friendly visits with the witch that tried to throw me in her oven?
Oh, you know she never really means that.
Yeah, she doesn't mean to cook me like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Of course not. You're so dramatic.
And this, coming from the girl who cries because she couldn't find a pair of shoes.
Hey, they're my favorite pair. They go with everything, and besides, they're comfortable. These are killing me.
So why'd you wear them to go traipsing around in the forest?
Someone has to demonstrate some fashion sense.
Excuse me.
Yes?
It's time for me to move on to another fairy tale.
You want us to go?
Already?
Yes, please.
Come on, Gretel, we're out of here.
Yes, my feminine intuition says it's time to go.
Hey, do you think when we get home that feminine intuition could make me a pastrami sandwich?
Come on.
Well, I'm not ready to give up yet. Sure, there's been some whining and complaining, arguing, and incredibly irritating behavior, but there are plenty of fairy tales here, and I intend to find one that I can finish. Having said that, I think it's time for me to read my favorite story. And when I was younger, I think I might have even had a little crush on the main character. So, I'm going to read Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Jack who lived with his mother. Actually, he was a very handsome young man. Jack's mother knew he was the sweetest, most charming boy who ever lived. Jack was helpful and kind and always made sure his mother had everything she needed.
In other words, she's driving me crazy.
Jack?
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, nothing. I just thought...
Thought what, huh? That I'd be living with my mother? Are you kidding me? She's so bossy. She makes me milk the cow, feed the goat, repair the fence, clip her toenails. I'm always running around doing some stupid chore, and I don't even have my own car. And I'm the star of my own fairy tale.
Oh, Jack, surely you don't mind doing things for your mother. It's clear from your story that you're a kind and helpful young man.
Yeah, whatever.
You know, I saw your interview on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and I thought you were so funny when he asked you...
You sure do talk a lot for a storyteller. How about you just read the story? It's your job, isn't it?
Oh, yes, of course. You know, I used to have a poster of you hanging in my room. Maybe if I brought it in, you could sign it.
Sure, kid.
Okay, back to your story. One day, Jack went off to sell the family's cow. On the way there, he met a farmer.
Yeah. Everyone knows this part. I give a farmer a stinky cow, and he gives me some magical beans. Yada, yada, yada. A stupid beanstalk grows.
which reaches way up into the sky, and you bravely decide to climb.
Yeah, I climb all the way up there, and all I see is this dumb giant living in this stupid castle.
And then you see a way to save your mother and yourself from poverty.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that part. I start stealing stuff from right under the giant's big, ugly nose. Now that was pretty cool.
Well, yes, but it was for a good cause.
You bet. I'm buying a Ferrari.
That's what you're gonna do with the money you got from the magic harp and the hen that lays golden eggs?
You bet. It's only a matter of time before I have my own set of wheels.
And what about your mother?
What about her?
Don't you intend to spend some of the money on her?
Are you kidding me? She's on her own.
So, let me get this straight. You still live at home. You sold the family cow for some mysterious beans. And you stole high-dollar items without any remorse.
Yeah. You got a problem?
Yeah, a big one. I don't like you.
Oh, boo-hoo, sweetheart.
You're just not very nice.
Who said I have to be nice? I'm a star.
Well, I intend to tell everyone what you're really like, because you're certainly not the sweet, kind, and helpful young boy from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Well, hey there.
And I'm sure there are plenty of directors who would like to know what you're actually like. And I'm sure the local authorities would love to know about the things you've stolen. Not to mention, I'm sure there are plenty of parents who would never want to read a story to their child about a selfish thief who couldn't care less about his own mother.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, and one more thing.
What?
I'm throwing your poster away.
Now why would you do anything like that?
You need to clean up your act. Otherwise, I'll make sure you never find work in this town again.
Fine. I'll replace the cow.
And?
I'll return the things I stole from that stupid giant.
And? What was that?
I'll be nice to Mom.
See? Now that's better.
Yeah. I'm out of here.
Well, I'm very disappointed to see that some characters aren't nearly as charming as they're cracked up to be. Can't believe I had to poster that creep. Not to mention a notebook with his face on. Oh, never mind. Let's continue, shall we? Oh, hello again. Goodbye. Let's try this again. One more time. Let's try The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time, there was a king and queen who had a son who was of marrying age, and was a prince. But the prince needed to marry a true princess. But true princesses were very hard to find. The king and queen looked everywhere.
Now, what was I looking for?
Yes, what was it that we were looking for again?
A princess?
Really? Is that how the story goes? I've forgotten.
And all this time, I thought we were looking for someone's contact.
No. You're looking for a princess.
All right, then. Let's find a princess.
Yes, let's.
Don't you remember? You invited lots of princesses to come to your castle.
Did we? Then they can't be that hard if we just asked a bunch over.
Ooh, parties. I love parties.
No, it's not a party you're having. You've come up with a test to determine who's a true princess.
We have?
Ooh, games. I love games.
Yes, I guess it's sort of a game. You stack up a bunch of mattresses, and then you place a pea beneath them all. Then the princesses take turns sleeping on them.
So all we need is a stack of mattresses and a pea?
That's right.
Where in heaven are we gonna find a pea?
Maybe there's one around here somewhere, darling. Let's look.
Who could that be?
I think you should answer the door.
Who could that be?
Yes, who could that be? We aren't expecting anyone.
You're expecting princesses, remember?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Shall I get the door?
That would be a good idea.
Hello, who are you?
Is something wrong?
I'm so sorry. I forgot my line.
You're supposed to announce that you're a princess.
Oh, yes, I am a princess.
Who's that at the door, my darling?
It's a princess.
Really? What does she want?
What do you want?
What do I want?
You're there to sleep on a pile of mattresses.
Oh, yes, I'm here to sleep on a pile of mattresses.
But darling, okay, we haven't found that pea yet.
Oh, yes, that's right. I'm sorry, dear, but you're going to have to wait until we find a pea to go under all the mattresses.
Wait, you're not supposed to tell her about the pea.
I'm not?
No, that's a secret. She can't be a true princess unless she wakes up the next morning and complains about feeling a lump under all those mattresses.
From a pea, you can't be serious.
So she can't be a true princess unless she's fussy and whiny and oversensitive? That's a poor message to send out to little girls.
Huh. I never thought about it like that. What's the point of this story?
Beats me.
I haven't had the slightest idea.
I'm confused too. Do I go to sleep now or wait for them to find a pea?
You can all just go.
Well, that's a relief.
You're telling me. I haven't had a clue what's going on from the beginning.
Oh, my dear, you're not the only one.
You know, when you really start to think about some of these fairy tales, they're rather strange, aren't they? I mean, children getting shoved into ovens, talking homeless pigs. They don't really make a lot of sense. Hello. And I must admit, this next one has always really confused me. Little Red Riding Hood. How could a little girl possibly mistake a wolf for her own grandmother?
It's quite simple, really.
Oh, hello, Little Red Riding Hood.
I prefer Miss Hood.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Hood. Did you say you could explain your fairy tale?
Yeah, I'd be happy to go over the details with you. But should we just get started?
Oh, yes. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Little Red, Miss Hood. Miss Hood was walking through the forest one day to go visit her grandmother.
Hold on just a second. No, I can't possibly squeeze that visit in until next week. Should I schedule it for Tuesday?
You sure you can't visit your grandmother today?
No, definitely not. I've got to be in court later today to defend a witch against charges of attempted murder.
You're a lawyer?
I prefer criminal defense attorney.
I see. Well, I'm not sure what...
Just a moment, I need to take this call. Miss Hood speaking. Yes. Well, I need to speak with my client, but frankly, we're not interested in a plea bargain. No, that's fine. Goodbye.
Something wrong?
Oh, nothing I haven't dealt with before. Fairy tale law enforcement believes my client, the wolf, may have some information they need. They've offered him a lighter sentence if he chooses to snitch on a witch.
I thought you were defending a witch.
No, that's today. The call was about a different case. The wolf is from my own fairy tale.
You're defending the wolf that ate your own grandmother?
There's no evidence to prove such a charge.
So your grandmother is alive and well?
That information is confidential.
And the wolf has information about the witch from Hansel and Gretel?
No, wrong witch. They're interested in the witch from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I'm confused.
It's quite simple, really.
That's exactly what you said about your own fairy tale. I still don't understand how a little girl possibly could make mistake a wolf for her own grandmother.
Objection! There's absolutely no evidence to prove that the wolf was in grandmother's bed wearing her gown at the time of the incident.
But that's how the story goes.
Yes, but I intend to remind the jury that the bedroom was dark, the bed was positioned in the far corner, and grandmother was known to have a very deep voice, unusually large ears, and might I add, quite a bit of facial hair.
So you believe you can prove the wolf's innocence?
For $400 an hour? Absolutely.
But isn't there a conflict of interest since you're Little Red Riding Hood and you're in the story?
There's no such fairy tale law that prohibits me from defending someone with whom I'm acquainted. And frankly, I'm under no obligation to take the stand against my own client.
Well, then the wolf will surely be found innocent.
And another fairy tale villain will be exonerated.
Huh. Frankly, I'm confused about the legal ins and outs here.
It's quite simple, really. Oh, just a moment. I need to take this call.
By all means.
Miss Hood speaking. Yes. And what are the charges? Did he stay in the pond the whole time? Did he threaten her in any way? Well, yeah, I'll take the case. Yeah, that's fine. Goodbye.
Let me guess. The Frog Prince wants you to defend him against harassment charges.
Excellent summation.
Oh, so we don't have any time to continue this fairy tale, do we?
I am afraid not. Here is my card. If you ever find yourself in need of a good lawyer, give me a call.
Well, I certainly hope I never have to actually call her. You would think as the storyteller I wouldn't get into any sort of legal trouble. But I guess you never know.
Hey, who are you?
I'm the storyteller.
No, you're not.
I doubt it.
Achoo! You don't sound like the storyteller. You don't look like the storyteller.
You don't act like the storyteller.
That's because I'm the substitute.
Is that right?
I don't like substitutes.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm doing the narrating today. What are your names?
Well, I'm Grumpy. This here's Sleepy. That one yawning over there, that's Sneezy. Dopey's the one with the glasses. And that's Bashful and Doc.
And who am I?
Why, you're Happy, of course.
Of course.
Somehow, I don't think you're telling me the truth. Plus, those are the Disney names for the dwarves. They weren't in the original story that I'm trying to tell today.
Now, why would I go and lie to you?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because I'm a substitute.
Now, who would take advantage of a substitute? That's just not right.
Well, maybe I should just start your story. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That will clear up the names.
Hold on. Now, what's your hurry, Sub? The last storyteller would let us have a 2-hour break right before we started.
Somehow, I don't believe that either.
Well, I hope you know a good lawyer, because if we don't get our break, I could report you to the FTAU.
The FTAU.
The Fairy Tale Actors Union.
Well, it just so happens I do. But for heaven's sakes, take your break. Then we should definitely get started.
Hold on. After our break, it's snack time.
Snack time?
That's right. The last storyteller would bring us all sorts of treats. Hey, fellas, what do you want today? I'm thinking about some banana cream pies.
Sounds good.
I want some vanilla pudding.
Achoo! Popcorn with extra butter.
Too much sugar for me! I would like soda sticks with peanut butter.
Cheese and crackers, please. I don't want a snack. I want lunch.
Now wait just a minute. It's hard for me to believe that after a 2-hour break, I have to provide you with pies, pudding, and peanut butter.
Well, believe it, because then it's nap time.
What?
That's right, nap time.
Sounds good to me.
Lovely.
Achoo! All this sneezing is wearing me out.
They say mid-afternoon nap is the key to good health.
Nighty-night.
I'm not tired.
Dwarfs, get up this minute.
Snow White.
Yes, I'm Snow White. Are you the substitute storyteller?
Yes.
Well, let me give you some advice. These dwarfs need a firm hand, need a discipline. They need to know who's boss, especially this one. Ow, ow, ow.
You mean Grumpy?
You didn't fall for that, did you? This is Happy, of course, who's always very happy. To see how much mischief he can get into.
That doesn't surprise me.
So sorry, storyteller. You need to set boundaries and stick to them. Don't fall for any shenanigans. These dwarfs will walk all over you like a bath mat. If they sense any wishy-washiness on your part.
I see.
Well, that's enough for today. I'll march them right home. Put them to work, and you can try again tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're quite welcome.
I'm suddenly feeling very tired. I don't know why, though. It's not like I've been doing much reading. The sack keeps getting smaller, but I'm not getting anywhere past Once Upon a Time. Oh well, there's plenty more that I could try, but I'll give this one last shot. So, let's try Goldilocks and the Three Bears, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks who loved to wander through the forest.
Do I have to?
Do you have to what?
Wander through the forest? It'd be dark soon, and there are very scary things in there. I'm just filling in for a friend today, so I don't know what's going to happen.
You'll be fine. You're just going to the house of the Three Bears.
What? 3 bears?
It's okay. It's okay. They're not home.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm going to keep reading now.
Okay.
When Goldilocks reached the house of the Three Bears, she spotted 3 chairs. She climbed up into Papa Bear's chair, which was extremely tall.
Oh, no.
What?
I'm afraid of heights.
It wasn't that high.
But I already feel dizzy and nauseous just thinking about it.
Okay, let's just move on to the next chair.
All right.
Goldilocks then sat in Mama Bear's chair, which was too soft.
That's no good. I get lost in pillow furniture like that. It's so hard to get up once you've sat down.
Maybe, but there's nothing to worry about because then you sat in Baby Bear's chair, which was just right, until you busted it.
Oh no, was I hurt?
No, not at all. You just picked yourself up and brushed yourself off. You're fine.
Okay.
Goldilocks then saw 3 bowls of porridge on the kitchen table. She tried a spoonful of Papa Bear's porridge, but it was too hot.
Did I burn my tongue?
No, don't worry. Then she tried a spoonful of Mama Bear's porridge, but it was too cold.
Oh, well, that's not so terrible.
See, you can do this. Then she tried a spoonful of Baby Bear's porridge, which was just right.
Hey, this is all right. Nothing really awful has happened so far.
You're right, and I just may be able to finish a fairy tale for the first time today. Are you all right? Can I keep going?
Oh, yes, I'm fine.
Great. Then Goldilocks went into the bedroom where she saw 3 beds.
I bet I know what happened.
She lay down on Papa Bear's bed.
But it was too hard.
She lay down on Mama Bear's bed.
But it was too soft.
Right. Finally, she lay down on Baby Bear's bed. And
it was
just
right.
Okay, Goldilocks, work with me here. You're doing great. And I'm almost done. If we can just get through this last part, then I can roar! Oh, I can't believe it.
Was it something I said? Did I come in too late?
I was this close.
Huh?
The end was in sight. It was 1 page away.
Are you the storyteller?
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry to say that I'm the storyteller.
Oh, yes. And as the storyteller, you promised me this place would be cleaned up by the end of the day. And this wall is still filthy.
Yeah, and I just spoke with Rachel, and she told me she hasn't heard back from you about the role of the evil enchantress. I'll have you know, Rachel is my best friend again and a wonderful actress. And if I have to threaten someone around here for her to get the part, I will.
Hey, storyteller, I've got some homeowners insurance claims I need to make, and I'm not sure where to send the paperwork.
Yeah, me too.
Me three. Pardon me, but did someone mention something about paperwork? Is it in regard to the Tony nominations this year? Because I feel very confident about my performance.
Hey, buddy, confidence is traveling with a spear.
No, Hansel, confidence is wearing a fabulous pair of heels.
Hey, storyteller, I told my mom I was moving out, but she started crying. What am I supposed to do now?
Why is everyone gathered up like this? Am I missing something?
Ooh, is this a celebration? I love celebrations.
Well, I'm here too, but I don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Storyteller, what's my line?
Most importantly, why aren't these dwarfs serving attention? I know they deserve it.
Has someone seen a cell phone around here? Mine's missing and I'm doing court in like 20 minutes. Storyteller? Yeah, chilling? Get there?
Dear, is there something wrong?
Yes, there's something wrong. I've just heard so much whining and complaining and objecting and forgetting that do you need some legal counsel?
Or the advice of a therapist?
How about some chocolate? I always carry some in case of emergencies.
Hey, you didn't tell me you had chocolate when we were out starving in the woods?
Not an emergency.
Is everything okay?
No! Everything is not okay. I don't have what it takes to do this job. I just need to quit.
Now why would you want to do that? You're the best storyteller we've ever had.
Absolutely, top notch.
What? Really?
Definitely. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be a lazy bum mooching off my mom.
And you did repel his books fairly neatly.
And you helped the Queen and I remember our story.
And you helped me to be brave.
Well, I guess I did do all that. This job just isn't what I expected.
Nothing ever is.
I think as a storyteller, you've been very professional.
And understanding.
And flexible.
And kind.
I think with some practice, you'll know what to do to keep everyone in line. Rapunzel, don't you have something to say to our dear, sweet, kind storyteller?
Oh, I suppose the storyteller doesn't deserve to be fired. Today.
Well, I guess I can stay.
You have to stay. You're the fourth storyteller we've had this month, and all this turnover is killing us.
You really think I can do this?
Absolutely.
Well, maybe if I had some sort of assurance that we're working together here, that if I knew that once I started these fairy tales, there could actually be a chance I could finish it, that there'd be a resolution, a conclusion, a wrapping up of things. And hey, I really would like to know what happened after Once Upon a Time.
It's quite simple, really. Really?
They all lived happily ever after.
Oh, that's right. Hey, I like the sound of that, don't you?